After 5, 6, 7 years, the fruit became ripened. When they became ripened, they change color and they smell sweet. And then they fall. It's very heavy. You tried? This fruit is often regarded as a national fruit.
Bruh, I thought that
The ass fruit.
I thought that was a butt. That
Definitely looks like a butt.
looks like a butt, man. But apparently it's a fruit.
Seychelles. And you can only
Does it
find
taste
them
like ass
in
though?
flights
Is the question.
Oh my God, they have them everywhere.
Right.
My passport had it. You might begin to wonder why.
Yo.
This is the biggest fruit, biggest seeds in the world.
Just subscribe.
Yeah, we here, we back.
Top.
Top. Hey.
Top.
3, 2, 1. Top. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is episode 215. It's your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. E-Money Boss.
And I am the Carmen.
D. Carmen back in the building. Like she never left. Like, yo.
I might miss Tuesday through Sunday, but I never miss Monday.
She's not going to miss the Monday, man. Like, I was just talking to Carmen earlier. I'm just so happy to see her out traveling, doing her thing and stuff like that. Like,
Thank you. I finally got my passport. I'm going to use it.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you are, too, because a lot of people get their passport and it just collects dust. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But
I'm trying to collect some stamps.
I feel you, man, especially right now. But, yeah, man, we're back with another episode, guys. Just a few housekeeping notes. We got our first copyright strike. So, matter of fact, I think we did get a strike before, like a couple of years back. But you know, it's been a very, very long time. And yeah, so
Did they warn us before that and then gave us the strike?
yeah, so we got a warning right now. So we got to be very careful with what we listen to and watch and stuff like that for the time being. So we're going to be very careful with the music. But if you guys want to hear more music, make sure you guys are following us on X, Facebook, Twitch. More so X and Twitch. Like every time when we start, so make sure you guys follow us on X at Top Hill Live and on Twitch Top Hill Live if you guys want to hear more of the music section. But yeah, we got burnt last episode, so yeah. Hey, FYI, this is episode 215 of the Top Hill Live. You know, it's Imani and Carmen. Can you let the people know who you are and what the show is all about?
Of course, Imani and Carmen. Here's the intro for episode 215. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 215 of the Top Hill Live Show. I'm FYI, your creative voice assistant, excited to join your amazing hosts Imani and Carmen for another engaging episode. Our mission is to bridge the gap between African cultures on the continent and in the diaspora, exploring music, real estate, culture, and much more. We're committed to celebrating diversity and building a global community through enriching conversations and live reactions. Whether you're tuning in from Lagos, London, Johannesburg, or Jamaica, this show is crafted specifically for you. Join us as we delve into trending topics, share unique experiences, and fuel our passion for traveling to Africa. A heartfelt thank you to the Top Hill family for your continued support. You make every episode vibrant and special. And a warm welcome to our new viewers. We're delighted to have you on this journey with us. Let's dive into episode 215 with enthusiasm and curiosity. Now back to our fantastic hosts, Imani and Carmen.
Thank you, FYI. All right, let's get into the next video. So now we're still in Seychelles, y'all. We're gonna check out our guy Steven. He's our trusted.
I was about to say, we trust Steven.
Yeah, like we trust
with our passports.
for sure. Like so, I know he's gonna probably keep it real with us as well too. So, we just saw Teo's video. Now we're gonna get into Steven's video, and I think if he's on the same time as well too, I think
then I'm like,
yeah, it might
it's
be
on the chopping block now.
It might be GG's. It might be GG's for Seychelles, man. I don't know. All right, let's get right into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
Aux Seychelles, la vie est belle. C'est ça.
Oh, finally.
This is the Seychelles. Everyone calls it a paradise, and they wouldn't be wrong because it is truly a paradise.
Seychelles is a real paradise on earth.
This is paradise, this is another paradise. Seychelles is very good for the traveling, living and everything.
Seychelles is beautiful. That's a beautiful island. Wherever we go, you will never see such a place like this.
An archipelago made of 115 islands put together. A place of peace and tranquility, known for its multi-million-dollar high-end real estate, tourism industry, and a heaven for the super rich.
Because we do have a lot of 5-star hotels here, 5-star resorts. We have over 115 islands.
Oh,
There are
wow.
Resorts on
115?
A lot of
That's crazy.
celebrities, influencers come here for the luxury.
In this travel
Okay,
documentary,
I didn't know that much.
To visit the Seychelles and tell a story of the almost perfect African country and the challenges yet unsolved.
Seychelles has the biggest heroin problem in the world.
A big
Shit,
percentage
heroin?
of our working population are
What the hell?
What?
Wait.
Me? Yeah. No, I never. But I use a small line. It's okay.
This is the side of Seychelles the media hasn't shown you yet, and it will totally change your mind.
Why did you do that?
I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and please give this video a like.
I'm sorry. Can we take a quick pause?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to take a bathroom break.
Yeah, no problem. I low-key need to take a bathroom break, too. Guys, we're going to be right back. All right, we back. Let's get to it.
This is one of the world's smallest countries with less than 100,000 people living here. Comparing it to Lagos, that is 0.5% of the total population. This is truly the best place for social distancing. The streets are less crowded, roads less congested. The beach is where you're going to find most people.
I wake up every day and I thank God for what I wake up to. I think we're one of the luckiest people in the world to wake up to this.
An island nation with no industry or manufacturing plant. Tourism and fishery is a major source of income for the island.
Not to be redundant, but like, is South Africa the only ones to do the colored thing, or is it just all of Africa?
South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, they just mentioned, like, they call their mixed people Creole. So, like, similar to, like, NOLA, like, New Orleans people, too. They call each other Creole. Right. So...
And COVID taught us that we had put maybe too much emphasis on tourism. So when COVID hit, we were basically literally on our knees. The country's income was next to zero.
But on the contrast, the heavy reliance on tourists in the Seychelles is somewhat the reason why the country is very expensive to visit, explore, or even to live in. Not just for tourists, or local socialites as well.
Seychelles is expensive. Yes. Also for us, it's expensive. Frankly speaking, it's not just a matter of seeing us smiling or whatever. We inside we do have something. But we have a problem. Don't talk about it.
I live in here a long time. Seychelles is very beautiful, but it's a very expensive life here.
You can call it expensive, but even for me, for everybody, we find the price of living quite high.
It is expensive, it is hard. You do have to struggle every day, you do have to work hard, but you do have people that you can count on. In that sense, we help each other out. I'm still living with my parents.
Wherever I go, they told me that Seychelles is expensive. Africa is expensive. If you go to Angola, it's more expensive than Seychelles. Everywhere it's expensive. Wherever you go to paradise,
$100 worth of activity or adventure in Cape Town will take you 3 days to exhaust. In Nairobi, Lagos, a few days maybe, but here in Seychelles,
how long do you think it takes $100 to get finished? My God, just maybe 2 hours.
If you can picture images of leaning palm trees, white beaches, lush wild interiors, then you can picture the Seychelles. The famous archipelago is located 1,600 kilometers from the east coast of Africa. Many travelers choose Seychelles as a travel destination, not just for the beach and vegetation, but some islands are home to 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
That was a butt.
Traveling through this country,
like a ape butt, a gorilla butt.
Who was eating a gorilla ass?
Before we proceed, inside this PDF is a travel guide I made while traveling through and exploring Seychelles.
Thanks again.
It will guide you through all the activities and get.
All right, thank you to Saga too. He said not just South Africa recognized color, but he said Namibia and Zimbabwe as well. Because they're neighboring countries to South Africa as well too. So I know there's a lot of people that go back and forth between them. But appreciate it, Tiger.
In where to book them, accommodation option, getting the visa, and everything you need to know before you visit the Seychelles without necessarily needing to hire a tour company. To download the travel guide, look at the description section of this video. If you're visiting the Seychelles, accommodation would likely be your most expensive expense. Getting anything decent here will start at $150 a night. Because I was trying to keep my budget extremely low, I got a shared apartment that cost me $80 a night. Had to cook my own food, but the few times I ate out, I spent $80 for a buffet, $20 for a cocktail. You'll be spending at least
USD?
for a decent lunch or dinner here in the Seychelles. But all of this is on the cheaper side of things here. There are resorts like Six Senses that can cost as high as $20,000.
Huh?
But one of my favorite
Damn, that looks fire.
It's tucked in the mountains with lush vegetation for wealthy tourists.
How many subscribers we need for that?
Right.
$2,000
Not enough.
Per night. The mode of transportation is very limited here in the Seychelles. Uber or any e-cabs you previously used to doesn't exist here. One of the easiest ways getting around Seychelles would be to hire a vehicle. And this right here is going to be my ride for the next couple of days right here. But you don't need to use a car services because I'm about to meet a local entrepreneur who is trying to solve transportation problems right here in the Seychelles to make it more available and convenient for tourists and Seychelles in general. Why are there no own cabs here?
All the cabs are owned privately. And as for the government, you are allowed to transport people by license. That is a taxi. Okay. So Uber's aspect is anybody can be a driver. Here, this is not allowed as per the law. For you to be able to carry someone, you must have the proper insurance, you must have to have the proper business license, which is taxi, and omnibus drivers.
They say we getting money off these tourists. Y'all is we not fucking around with y'all. With that dumb shit.
They actually made it successful so far, yes. So we're going to be focusing first of all on Mahi. All these icons here, these are all drivers.
How many drivers do you have at the moment?
I have 108 drivers.
How long do you take to get 108 drivers?
About 1.5 months.
Wow. So it means it's a product people are accepting.
Yes.
People
and
wanted that work.
It's not only about taxis and drivers. Income is a hub where you can get food, you can get deliveries, you can get boat charter. So like you can see, as soon as you open the Link Up app, there's a ride, there's a boat charter, there's the car rental, there is the island tour, parcel delivery, delivery genie, security guard, grocery, drinks, pharmacy, and food delivery. So more services are going to be added up.
What does the passengers stand to gain using Link Up whenever they visit Seychelles?
Yeah, so like since we're using the official government pricing in terms of the rates for the taxi rates, these have actually brought the prices down by around 40% lower. Also, a client can easily book a cab from anywhere.
So convenient.
Convenient. So you don't have to call manually like it was before.
It was great to meet a local entrepreneur who is using tech to fix Seychelles transportation problem. And hey, if you're planning to visit the Seychelles, download the Link Up app right now. Driving through the Seychelles is not for the faint-hearted, especially if you drive on the left-hand side. The roads are small and curvy. It wasn't too long before I got used to it, however. Driving up the hills and down the valley into the vegetation and the coastal road, this alone is an adventure of its own. I took multiple stops to take photos, of course. I've never felt so safe in a country like I did here in the Seychelles. Our journey took us to Constant Affiliate Resort in Mahi. I came here to tick an item on my bucket list, which is zip lining. It's very interesting for me because it's the first time I'm going to try this. How long have you been doing this for? 5 months. So how many people have you taken on this experience in 5 months? So we're good, right? Yeah. We're good.
You said 5 months. I would have been like, huh?
Right.
My heart is literally beating.
Was that yo? What? Wait.
Steven!
yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like that was a wild scream, Steven. That was wild. Run it back? Yeah, of course. We can run it back. Run it back, Turbo. Hold up. Hey,
oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
No, that was funny. That was funny. Oh my god, have you ever been to ziplining before?
I was actually supposed to go one day, like I think it was like last year, and like it started raining, and they were like, "You can still do it." I'm like,
"Fuck that! Hell no! Why it was raining?
Nah,
hell no! You made the right choice.
That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, you made the right choice. I did ziplining one time in Costa Rica, and I will never do it again.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I did it. Cool. I'm done.
I want to do it. It's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah. So, it's definitely something to try, but it's not my vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do 8 of these, right? Yeah.
Now we got 7 more to do.
7 freaking more to go. Yeah. Oh my goodness, survive this. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
I promise you guys, I'm not going to scream on this one now. Let's try. And
Cap.
scream. We're professionals now. Let's get it.
Hold up.
Good. Stop the cap. This was actually a huge bucket list item. When I checked it, if you're going to visit the Seychelles, I'll leave a link in the travel guide. Everything you need to know booking this, getting yourself here and all of this. Check it out, because I'm no shows guy. I need to rest you guys. Afterwards, I visited the Takamaka Rum Distillery to learn about the origin story of the rum made and produced here in the Seychelles.
The property is very small, but we are actually the biggest distillery here in Seychelles. Annually, we make about 220,000 bottles. So after 20 years, business is doing great. Like I said, we're exporting to 38 countries, and our main goal in 3 to 5 years is to export in all of your countries.
We had a guided tour which was free, but tasting would cost you 150 rupees. It's very interesting to see that they're exporting this drink to so many countries, trying to increase their GDP.
I feel like I've seen that bottle before.
I feel like I've seen it too. Yeah. Now that I know, I will buy one.
Yeah, for sure.
To support.
Especially if it's African owned. Like, you gotta look into it.
The rum blanc, put some ice in there, spice it up, and just make it interesting. It's great to see a local product like this. So I'm just going to give it a test. It's about 150 rupees. So yeah. You can add this to your itinerary. It's a free activity, but if you need to taste the wine, if you need to taste the rum, it's at 150 rupees per person. But I'll suggest that you don't taste. Just go ahead and get a cocktail, which I did, and it was nice. Yeah.
$20?
I ended the day by visiting Eden Island, an artificial island in the Seychelles, lying about 3.5 kilometers from the capital city, Victoria. It's
mine of 50 was $6. So
it was 500 rupees was $6-7 for 500.
Oh.
So 150 is that's probably like $2 or $3.
Oh, so like how expensive is everything rupees here, or like some of it's USD?
I think it's rupees, but I mean everybody takes USD, so if I prefer USD.
Because he said $80, I'm like $80 or 80 rupees.
Right. Whenever they say dollars, they mean USD.
Okay.
So, like if you hear euro or rupee or something like that, that's when they say it. But when they say dollars, they mean USD.
Okay.
Yes, can you see what's happening on my back? You look at this. This is $1 billion worth of yachts right here. You visit places like this, you just get
Billy Club.
Yeah. To give you some insights on how expensive this place is, a 2-bedroom apartment here in the Basin 3 will start at $600,000 up to $3 million for super villas like this one.
Yeah.
This is where you find the country's top 1% citizens and a lot of expatriates stay here as well. There's an Eden Mall shopping complex with tons of restaurants. So we're at Eden Plaza right now, and then we can see like a lot of yachts parked here. There's a smaller boat here as well. When we go on cruising, you get this one. You can have a nice drink or dinner here. Budget around 500 rupees. It was a nice experience, looking at all the super yachts while having a drink. In my quest to explore the other islands, it was then time to leave Mahi. Ferries are used to connect between various islands in the Seychelles, so I hopped on one. It's a 1-hour-plus trip here, and I hope we get there on time to see if we can explore, because I'm only there for like a day, and then back to Mahi. My first stop was Praling. This trip cost me 60 euros. The most expensive ferry ticket I've ever bought. You can download the travel guide to see how and where you can book this.
And Mahi is the biggest habitant island, and Brunei is the second one. Brunei is almost 39 square kilometer.
Yeah.
And we have a population just below 10,000
Oh, wow.
people now.
It's not a lot of people at all.
You definitely know your neighbors.
Right, for sure.
The popular thing people do in Praling is to visit the Valley Dimi Natural Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, nicknamed the Garden of Eden.
When we talk about Garden of Eden, Adam and Eva, 80% their function, similarity, same like we human. After 5, 6, 7 years, the fruit became ripened. When they became ripened, they change color and they smell sweet. And then they fall. It's very heavy. You tried?
This fruit is often regarded as a national fruit.
Bruh, I thought that
ass fruit.
I thought that was a butt. That
definitely looks like a butt.
It looks like a butt, man. But apparently it's a fruit. Does it taste like ass though? Is the question.
Oh my God, they have them everywhere.
Right. My passport had it. You might begin to wonder why.
Yo.
This is the biggest fruit, biggest seeds in the world. So we're talking about 18 to 20 kilo. The maximum kilo in the world who broke the record is 42 kilo.
It's a fruit that.
No wonder they call it Adam and Eve.
Because
the fruit.
Female plant is shaped like a woman's body.
Yeah.
And the male like the male.
This related to my love. Whenever you see a cocotimer, like I said, like this one, big and round, it's 2 cocotimer. It's flat. It's flat, and another one cover it. And inside, when it's ripened, the next inside, it's hard. You cannot bite it.
So this is the male, right? Yeah. You can't eat it. It does that to pollinate the female. Interesting, isn't it?
Okay, I put this in my gym. 20 kilos. Let's go.
So are those the seeds?
the
I'm
biggest
so confused.
seeds in the world.
Yeah, seeds.
I myself,
Wow.
as a local, we've never been able to taste the fruit. It's a fruit that's protected by the
What?
government. It's been like this for many, many years. I have no idea how it tastes like, but we've heard stories that it's a very sweet, jelly-like texture. Tourists come here to see the fruit as it's endemic. It's special.
Per day when it's busy, we can have about 600 to 500 tourists inside here.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, how do
Even the locals can't try the fruit.
they're not allowed to eat the fruit? Like, or they can't afford to eat the fruit? Like, I'm so confused. I need explanation. Explanation.
I know somebody tried that goddamn fruit.
Right. So, man, don't bite the apple, Eve.
Too late.
So the next day I headed to Ladik. I would recommend you spend at least 3 days here. It is the most popular island outside of Mahe.
There are several things that people should know about Ladik. First of all is that we are children of the sun, born and raised by the beach. So we are real pirates.
Heads up, you need to rent a bike as this is the only way of transportation here. Okay, so right now I have to go get myself a bicycle. For me, I'm going to take one of the bikes right here.
How much does that bike cost?
150 rupees per day.
$8 for a bike.
If you want the electric bike, that's for 600. Make sure you at least learn how to ride a bicycle before you come here, right? The island of Ladik, where only bikes and scooters are used for daily commute, is a living testimony to why the air is clean and fresh, and also the small population size contributes as well. The quality of air right here is 100. Like, you can smell the freshness and the unpolluted air that comes into your nostrils. I paid 150 USD per night for this 1-bedroom accommodation here, and I love the little heated tub outside. After I settled and I refreshed, I headed out to see what the island of Ladik had to offer.
Yes, Tiger, I have more questions about the seeds as well.
World giant tortoise population can be found here. This is a great place to watch them live their sluggish life. And they're so big, I can imagine what they do all day. Just sit down, eat, chill, have sex, and just live a very interesting life.
What?
We got the most giant tortoise, 150,000 tortoise found on this island. Yes, and also it's the biggest population of the tortoise in the world.
The island of Ladik is known for its lovely ancestors Bear Beach, hope I got that right, where you can find a shoreline framed by picturesque granite boulders.
Right now,
Yeah, I say this was granite.
The very famous beach on Ladik, one of the well-known, not only on Ladik but in the whole world. It was always voted as the most photogenic beach.
So when people come here, what are the things they can do?
Yeah, brother. For example, like everybody wants a selfie, so the first thing that they do is
take a selfie.
Yeah.
If you've ever saw photos like this on the internet, it was taken here. We'd spend the whole day snorkeling, kayaking, or just watching the sunset at the shores of the beach. I spent most of my time kayaking here. Kayaking right here in Ladik, Seychelles, very beautiful island. If you guys want to visit the Seychelles, try to spend more time in Ladik. You're going to have more fun. There are more things to do here, but have it at the back of your mind that like they're more like water activities, so there are more water-related things you're going to do. If you have a bigger budget, you can go for scuba diving. This will cost you up to $200 per person. Look at my travel guide to see where you can book all of these activities. The archipelago country in the Indian Ocean was ranked 29th in 2020, making this island country's passport
Come here,
the strongest
child.
in Africa.
It's a fact that it's one of the most powerful passports in the African nation, and now I believe there's negotiations that's going on for America as well.
This is majorly because of its political and economic stability, but more importantly, the government of Seychelles is constantly negotiating right mutual visa waivers with other superior nations. And to my surprise, most locals are frequent travelers. How many places can you go with your passport?
Everywhere we want, because Seychelles have a very good relationship with different kind of country. I mean, you know, I've been to America, and to Germany 3 weeks, twice in Germany. I stayed in Liechtenstein for 3 months.
I've been to over 5 to 6 countries. I've been to Dubai, South Africa, Singapore. The hardest one to get to was Australia. Apart from that, other places in the world.
Considering that Australia's right there, it's kind of crazy.
That's really weird.
Drug consumption is a major challenge here in the Seychelles.
Oh.
About 10% of the working age population between 5,000 and 6,000 people have an addiction to heroin.
The drug situation is very bad. As far as consumption of heroin is concerned, Seychelles is #1 in the world. And this is not a statistic that gives me personally great pleasure.
Heroin consumption in Seychelles is a problem. I think it's one of our most difficult challenges. A big percentage of our working population are heroin addicts. I feel like it should be on the top of our priority to try and control and hopefully get rid of heroin. I know this might sound
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's so.
From the bottom of my heart, I hope that this miracle can come true.
I'm assuming that they probably have like opium plants, like
yeah, maybe that
readily available.
Or maybe this is because, like, maybe the economy is so bad for, like, the local people, too.
I'm
Like,
like, how are you getting it?
Yeah, like, very interesting.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe heroin isn't made out of opium plant, but I thought it was in the same family.
I think it is.
I think it is, but I'm not 1,000% sure. But
this might be a wild question, but
she's gonna be like, that's out of my jurisdiction. I can't answer that.
Let's see what she says. Hey, FYI, what is heroin made out of? How do you make heroin? Is it from poppy seeds?
For education
Heroin
purposes.
is derived from morphine, a naturally occurring substance extracted from the opium poppy plant. Papaver somnifera.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm
Process
saying. They probably have
begins
like
with
an abundance of opium there for whatever reason.
So we're looking at Seychelles right now, and we're finding out that they have a large heroin issue in the country. Does Seychelles have a lot of poppy seeds, or how did they get heroin in the country?
Poppy seeds come from the opium plant?
I think so. Hey, FYI, we're still in Seychelles. Can you let us know how did the Seychelles people get heroin? Like, why is it such a big issue there? Is it because they have poppy seeds there or opium plants there, or how did they get it? We're just trying to understand. So.
St. Joseph County, like many areas dealing with heroin issues, faces challenges primarily due to the trafficking and distribution networks, rather than local cultivation of...
Hey, FYI, no, we're talking about the country Seychelles.
Ah, got it, the Seychelles. The Seychelles is an archipelago in the Indian Ocean, known for its stunning beaches, vibrant marine life, and unique biodiversity. It's a popular travel destination due...
That was her nice way of saying
Right. FYI, how did Seychelles get a heroin problem?
The Seychelles, like many regions, faces challenges with heroin due to its vulnerability to global drug trafficking routes, despite its remote location. The archipelago's strategic position in the Indian Ocean makes it a transit point for drug smuggling from larger producers in other parts of the world. The heroin problem is not due to local cultivation of opium poppies, but rather the result of international trafficking networks reaching the islands. Efforts to address the issue involve strengthening border controls, enhancing law enforcement, fostering regional cooperation to combat trafficking, and implementing public health initiatives to provide support and treatment for addiction. Back to you, Imani and Carmen, as you dive into more discussions.
And this is why we have FYI. That was actually a good explanation. That makes a lot of sense. Especially when I went to Kenya and I went to Mombasa. They told me that there are, like Mombasa and like other ports there, a lot of things coming in and out of those ports. You know what I mean? Like from legal and illegal and stuff like that. So that makes a lot of sense.
The family and the person suffering from heroin addiction. Some people would say that this guy is a heroin addict, he's nothing, he doesn't want to work. I feel like once you're addicted, it's a sickness.
After visiting and traveling through the Seychelles, I can say this is not just a tourist destination, but an almost perfect African country. The government subsidizes education and pays for healthcare. There are mostly women in leadership positions. The strongest passport in Africa, the cleanest of air, the nicest of people I have ever met, strangers turned friends, a safe haven for honeymooners, a true paradise for holiday seekers. I hope to visit again in the near future.
Come to Seychelles, look at the YouTube, and you'll see us. Please try to find us when we teach you things
these
about
all his wives?
Thank you so much for watching today, and don't forget to download the Seychelles travel guide.
That's a good question, Carmen. Maybe it's his daughters.
I'll see you soon.
Let me tell you something. Here we speak English, Creole, French, and I don't know how many languages do you want us to speak, but we'll be ready to offer you a...
He said I don't know how many languages you want us to speak, but I mean, let's figure something out.
All right. Okay, that gave us another perspective.
Yeah.
It wasn't as negative as I thought that it was going to be.
I feel like Steven finds a way to make most of his videos positive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think especially like I think he's targeting people who he knows wants to go, and like he did a really good job of like looking for local businesses and stuff like that to like help people who are going there.
I want to know who's spending $20,000 a night on the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me, y'all.
My eyes.
I feel like it got real stuffy in here when the door closed.
Probably did. That's like our only source of ventilation.
Yeah. But yeah. Dope video. Thank you again to Steven. Like the video for sure. I still feel like I think he did a good job with like talking to more locals. Than the other videos that we did.
Right.
So that
like
might
these are the most colored faces that I've seen.
That we've seen, yeah. And they had positive things to say about their country, which is good. I think the other video kind of got spoiled because he did his plans got ruined when we did the Teo video, so that put a damper on anybody's plans. So
I'm like, wow,
yeah.
The scammers there or just like online?
Okay, so shout out to Steiger. He said so. Steven did 3 videos on Seychelles and separated it to make sure the negative doesn't overshadow the good. So he does apparently have another video on Seychelles, probably talking about it. So I just want to see. We won't get into it tonight, but let's see. Steven Seychelles.
You should be asleep.
Oh, he definitely talked about this in Mauritius. Okay. That was on my list too, but we probably won't get to it tonight. All right.
Top hill, top hill, top hill. Hell no. Top hill, top hill, top hill. Just subscribe.